So today's video is going to be a little different. If I'm being honest, I don't have it in me today. My son is homesick, he's not napping, I haven't been sleeping, we're trying to conceive, and I'm kind of down in the dumps today. And so I'm going to do a get ready with me. I'm going to talk about some of the things that have been going on, talk about trying to conceive, talk about some things I have coming up, talk a little bit about the mommy wars and about what I hope to do on this channel and what I hope I'm not doing on this channel. Before we jump into all that, hi, I'm Sam, and I am a matrescence educator and a passionate advocate of motherhood, and I believe that you deserve to enjoy this. I believe you deserve to be seen, and most importantly, I believe you deserve to find yourself through motherhood instead of losing yourself to it. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and let's do this look. So I have my makeup here, I have my script here, like 4 bullet points, and let's do this. So first of all, like I said, my son is home sick today. He has a really nasty cough and runny nose, and so he was supposed to go to school all day, and we decided to just send him to school for the morning and bring him home for nap time. And he is laying in his crib, has been laying in his crib for almost an hour, being quiet, but just kicking, standing, rolling, all the things except for napping. And I was gonna write and research and script a video on the mommy wars today, which is quite fascinating. I was also gonna talk about the domains of change in a video, which the domains of change are the 8 areas in which you may experience change when we go through matrescence, which if you haven't seen my video on matrescence, I'll link it up here. It's social, political, career, emotional or psychological, relational, this is why I couldn't record the video today, I'm not all here, cultural, and spiritual. There we go. And I think we've already done the physical one, but I think we could do a video on each of them, if not just a quick overview over all of them and then dive into it. This foundation does not match me, that's okay. The one I really wanted to touch on was that cultural one, because I think that the mommy wars plays into that a lot, which if you're not familiar with the mommy wars, I'm gonna do a little brief intro here, but the mommy wars started as the camps of working moms versus stay-at-home moms or non-paid working moms, and it's kind of spiraled. And now, as we all know, if you're here, you're into mom culture, I would say there's a lot of different camps, like a lot, and a lot of them are pitted against each other, and I want to explore that. Are we really pitted against each other, or is social media just making it seem like that? Is media at large making it seem like that? Or has this all been designed to deflect? I don't know. We're gonna explore it. I wanted to do that today. I started my research on that today, and then 1, my son was gonna be home and I just couldn't get myself into it. And 2, we are trying to conceive. I'm about 4 or 5 days before my period is supposed to come, and I was dumb. I took a pregnancy test today and it was very negative, and it just kind of put me in a funk. And I know it could be unreliable, but I also know it could be accurate. By the time this video goes out, it will be the day I was supposed to get my period, so we'll see if that happens. And this is really only our 2nd month trying, and I just forgot how emotionally draining it is, and how disappointing it is, and how helpless it is, and how impatient I am, and it just sucks. And my heart goes out to anybody who has had to try for a long time, or who tried and it hasn't happened for you yet. Like, it's extremely draining, and I mean, it's something I'll keep doing and will keep doing. It's just been a really long road to even get to start trying. My husband and I were on very opposite ends of the spectrum when it came to baby number 2, and then I kind of started to doubt myself and question, like, what if I didn't have a second? It came to the place where that wasn't an option for me, and so my husband and I came to the agreement of having a 2nd kid, and I just forgot how hard it can be. And so if you are trying to conceive, don't be like me, don't test early. It's not worth it. It's also like a cruel joke that we feel the same symptoms in PMS as we do in early pregnancy. Like, I'm tired, I'm a little crampy, I'm sad and like mood swingy, not sleeping well, and your brain's like, is this period or is this baby? I'm just telling myself it's period just so I can avoid the disappointment, but I hope it's not. Let me know if you have also been playing games with yourself of, no, it can't be, yes it is, no it's not. But it just put me in a bad mood today, and I don't know. I just couldn't get myself to focus on anything. This is horrendous. I don't know if you guys can see this on actual camera. The lighting is doing me some favors, but it is so splotchy. I look like literal 2006 Sam My face is orange. My neck is white. This day needs to turn around. Anyway, in more positive news, if you saw my last video, I just launched a journaling challenge with Welcome Mama. And for the past 6 months, I've been working on this journal and day planner. And this is the first time I've really like pushed it out into the world. It's actually the first time I've launched something, advertised something, tried to sell something that I believe in, and it went really well. I ended up having 7 times the participant that I had aimed for, and that's incredible. And so thank you to anybody watching this who did that. It means the world to me, and I'm really excited to be doing more little challenges leading up to the release of the journal. And then I think I want to continue that moving into the new year, because I think in my experience as a mom, I don't have a lot of things that like force me to put intention into myself. It has to like come from me all of the time, and that can be a hard thing to do when you already kind of feel guilty for putting time and energy into yourself. So having a group of women to do that with, and having a focus of the month that's going to help you to focus on you a little bit, I think is really wonderful and something that I would love to be a part of. And so I think we're gonna create it. A friend of mine and I have been working on this, and I think that I think it could be really neat. And so if you have any ideas for like topics of the month, like I'm thinking like one on movement, one on like stress management, one on patience, things like that, let me know in the comments, or you can contact me. My information is always in the description. But that's something I've been thinking a lot about. And of course the journal and day planner will be coming out in early next year, and I'm extremely excited for that. That's something that has been a dream of mine before I even knew that I was going to do it. You know, it's something that I had created, I had in my brain, I thought would be really neat. I thought this needs to exist, and I really can't believe that I made it. I can't believe that it's signed with a publisher. I really can't believe it, and I think that it's going to be of really great value to a lot of people. At least I really, really hope, because I know how much it means to me just to have the book, just to have the journal to write in, and just to have the planner to plan my day right alongside it has been wonderful. Today we are going to Duluth, Minnesota. This is my first time going to Duluth. I've lived in Minnesota for a few years, but I've never been to Duluth. I actually grew up near Minnesota, never been to Duluth, and everybody talks very highly of it, so I'm excited to experience it. We're just going for a quick overnight. It's gonna be Teddy's first time in a hotel, so we're excited to use the pool. We're excited to swim in the bathtub. I find that when we travel, the older he gets, the easier it gets. Let me know if that's been your experience as well. It's just so much less stuff to pack, and like if I forget something, it's so less high stakes. You know, it's not like the one biggie that he likes that you can't get anywhere. It's not his special bottle nipple that he needed when he had his tongue tie. It's like milk, which we can get anywhere. It's a blanket that he can survive without. There are still those key things that we need to bring with us. If you want, I can do a video on our travel items that we bring with our toddler, because they are pretty specific and they do really help. We haven't stayed at a hotel with him, but we have stayed at other people's houses. We've stayed at like little cabins. Having these things really helps us. I think tonight we're also gonna let him sleep in bed with us, which we have never done. He's only asked to do it one time, and that was, I don't even know where that came from. We were just cuddling one night and he's like, I sleep in mommy and daddy's bed. And we're like, no, just because we never have. And I really don't want to open that can of worms, because I know what that will lead to, and I know it's coming, especially when he has this big kid bed. I know that he's going to end up in our bed quite a bit. But something that my husband and I talked about early on in parenting was how much of a priority our relationship was. And we see each other a lot. We both work from home, so we do see each other a lot throughout the day, just in passing. But the only time we have real quality time together is after Teddy goes to bed, whether that's talking in bed, whether that's doing other things in bed, whether that's, you know, watching a movie or something like that, or Great British Baking Show. And that's hard to do when you have a toddler in your bed. And I understand why people do it, especially with like attachment theory. Like I'm not concerned about our attachment. I've had people comment on that because we sleep trained our son. I never know what the past tense of that is, but we sleep trained him. He was in his crib early, and people mentioned how difficult it can be to form a secure attachment when you do those things. And I understand that, but I also did my research on attachment theory, and I feel pretty good about where we are in our relationship. He cries when I leave, he goes and plays, and when I come back, he comes back to me, which indicates a secure attachment to me, and according to the research as well. And a big thing for me with sleep training, and I could do a whole video on this, I was pretty psychotic, honestly. I was so driven crazy by the lack of sleep and the amount of times I was woken up in the middle of the night that it was going to harm our relationship more than him crying in his crib for a few days. And truly, it was very short term. We did sleep training for 2 weeks. He cried for like the first 3 days, maybe a couple like days 10 and 13, I think. And then it was pretty chill after that. And he's been a wonderful sleeper ever since, except for this freaking nap. I already have mascara on, so I don't really want to do this. But yeah, he's gonna sleep in our bed tonight. We'll see how that goes. I'm kind of excited about it. Another thing I've been thinking a lot about is like with having this channel and with talking about motherhood a lot and having a company all around motherhood. My dad asked me, how do you do this without adding to those like polarizing conversations? And it's like, that's a really great question. He's like, you're not just out there like sharing information that you find on the internet and like just talking on things. I'm like, no, I do research. And something you guys should know is anything I talk about on here, I have done research on, and I research only scholarly articles. So I'm not finding blogs or Wikipedia and regurgitating things from there. It is from researchers or research articles. That's it. And my goal in this channel is only to share information and share my experience and my opinion based on that. And I hope that you take that information and do with it what you will. I do not want to be super divisive. I heard the other day someone say, if you want to gain a following, if you want to have an audience, you can't be afraid to ostracize yourself from other people. And I understand that, but they meant it more as like, you need to say the shocking thing. You need to be on one side of the fence or the other. And I think that's the problem with the world right now, is that we are all so far on one side of the fence or the other that we don't know how to meet in the middle. And I think that's a huge problem with motherhood, is that we are all so firmly in our camps that we think we know best all of the time, or we think we should know best, right? It's like, I'm not a good mom if I don't know what's best. And I don't think that's healthy. I think that being able to have your mind changed, I think being able to learn from information and hear other people's experiences without having your experience or your opinion threatened is a really powerful thing. And I think that's how we end up meeting in the middle. And so what I want to do on this channel is to just provide that information, share my experience, and share the tools that have helped me. And if they help you, awesome. If it helps you feel a little more seen, awesome. If it helps you find yourself through motherhood, awesome. But I am not giving you a prescription. I'm not saying this is the way to do it, because I don't know. I'm just doing what works best for me. And I think we all will benefit when we realize that we don't know. We know as much as we know, and we're doing our best, but we really won't know the outcome of our parenting until way down the road. So that was a little side tangent. I don't know if it's gonna make sense, but that's where I'm at. And put a little bit of this on that Teddy picked out for me and had to try on in Ulta. He loves Ulta, by the way. It's very fun. It's that viral lip oil, fat oil lip drip, fat lip drip oil. I don't know, it's this. And that is it for this week's video. Like I said, I don't have it in me. I hope this is okay. If you like more of these casual sit down ranty videos, let me know. I know it's not as put together and as polished as some of my other videos, but this is me, and this is a little behind the scenes look. So I hope you like it. If not, don't tell me, that's okay. If you want more content like this, more formal content as well, please hit that subscribe button. You can follow me over on Instagram at Sam Thompson Hall. That will be all linked down below. You can check out my website at www.welcome-mama.com for more resources, one-on-one support, and to subscribe for those upcoming launches that I was talking about. And as always, thank you for being here. Welcome, Mama. You deserve to enjoy this.